The Angry Redman here today. This is the 30th of July 2025 morning update. Okay, now there has been a little bit of movement as far as, bombas are, a little bit concerned, stuff like that, rumors. But again, when in regards to transfer news and that everything is like moving at breakneck speed, you just need to keep up with the actual stuff that's coming in on X or Twitter. So this kind of thing, the movement, it's always moving. Yeah, but as far as anything around like Newcastle and any Isak related content, related news for that matter. Okay, so I mean for now, as far as some rumors go, especially from Ivan Shrekov or Indy Killer, who I always regularly pop news for this one. Okay, now as far as Isak goes, some says that a bid has been tabled in. Some say that it hasn't been tabled in yet, but it's going to be even so, it's probably going to be in a range of 120 million pounds, that kind of ballpark. Yeah, according to Ivan Shrekov, I do have an update here that Liverpool and Newcastle have tonight reached a verbal agreement for Alexander Isak. So 120 million fee, Liverpool and Newcastle currently discussing add-ons and details. Now, whether we'll get it soon in conjunction with the kit launch is a question that I really would like to answer, but I cannot. But we have to see it as we go. The thing about it surrounding Isak, right? Okay, it also generally depends on Newcastle agreeing stuff with Benjamin Sesko for RB Leipzig. Now, Sesko is currently on the tussle between the Newcastle as well as Manchester United, who will actually win his signing. But it seems to me, right, I mean, when you are like fighting for the Champions League, fighting for like potential like titles and trophies, I mean, when you're in a stronger position than Manchester United, right, it kind of makes it a much more enticing project for Sesko. Yeah, although Manchester United, I mean, they had a choice between like Sesko and Ollie Watkins, but most would have definitely agreed that even though Sesko is actually way more expensive than Ollie Watkins, Sesko is in a position when like Hugo Ekitike, right, where he actually has potential to grow, I mean, and years to come, so to speak, yeah. But it seems to me, right, Sesko has already agreed terms with Newcastle United. With Indicator, I mean, reporting in a bid that actually went in at around 63 million pounds. Which is why the bid, of Alexander Isak hasn't come in yet, because I wouldn't be surprised if there is a gentleman's agreement between Liverpool and Newcastle to allow Newcastle that particular time and window to actually successfully find a replacement for Alexander Isak. And once that does, at least Liverpool can proceed a little bit further. So a little bit of that story, because usually, right, Ivan Shrekov and Indicator always get the news first before Fabrizio or kind of officially confirms all this. So so Indicator and Ivan Shrekov have really like sort of like put that particular report that a bid already went in for Sesko. Okay, so with regards to Isak, I mean, Isak to Liverpool, I think it's only a matter of time as well, because, right, okay, one, as we kind of found out lately in the Newcastle's press release, okay, of the new kit, okay, their new media release, their videos, stuff like that, their new content, Isak is not in it, and it's not even in the shop's window. Yeah, okay, not even on the club shop window. We just found out like today. Okay, so I am not too sure whether there's a civil war between Isak and staff and players, okay, between Isak as well as the staff of Newcastle FC. I mean, Indicator has reported this, okay, whether it's between like something a little bit like civil, like in between members of Newcastle, causing a little bit of squad unrest, this, that, and the other. Kind of really doesn't really affect the actual narrative that Isak has his eyes fixed on Liverpool. Okay, so which is whether we really know that is the case, we really cannot confirm this. But the other thing that also kind of confirms of Isak's departure, because some photographs have reported, right, that Isak has actually put his rental house on the market. So whether that's true, I mean, at this occasion, but really, that's like a few reasons that kind of lead up to all of this, right? Okay, so so it's quite dicey, okay, as far as Newcastle is concerned. Well, we are actually playing the gentleman here. We are allowing Newcastle to actually get whatever they need first. Okay, they may even have additional money to even like get an extra player in, yeah, just to help to tie things along. Maybe another striker, I really don't know. Okay, so yeah, to be honest, that's pretty much as far as Isak goes. Yeah, so we'll have to wait and see. Some people may say that they're probably coming at the end of the week in conjunction with the new press release kit for Liverpool. So yeah, I mean, that's all I have on Isak. Now in other news, according to my footnotes here, okay, we're now also talking a little bit of Tyler Morton. Okay, now Tyler Morton has I wouldn't say a first team like regular per se, but he was featured just in a recent match against the AC Milan in a recent friendly that we just had in Hong Kong. Yeah, so a bid has actually been tabled in for Tyler Morton, okay, Olympic Lyon. Now this is interesting because you know why? There's one player, right, that we're all kind of talking a little bit about lately over the last month or maybe two. Okay, and that's Malick Fofana, which I did discuss it quite some time ago. Malick Fofana being very young, age 20, and because you asked me, we do need a left winger. Alright, I mean, any kind of winger that can pivot between left and right, especially. So Fofana is a right deal for it because, I mean, we do have like members that are missing, or because we are seeing Diaz already gone, we already lost Jota, potentially we may even lose Nunez, stuff like that. Okay, so like Tyler Morton, right, okay, is being eyed on by Olympic Lyon, and Liverpool's valuation is roughly about like £10 million. So the player is actually looking to have a permanent move away from Liverpool. So, yeah. So, would it sweeten the deal for Malick Fofana? I really don't know. So yeah, I mean, Malick Fofana is roughly around like 40 to 50 mil. That would be a cheaper alternative to Rodrigo, who also plays left wing there. Okay, but the reason why I might prefer Rodrigo in a more right winger perspective is because when Salah goes over to AFCON, this, that, and the other, when he is absent, I mean, we definitely need someone to cover there. The other reason is, right, and I did share that on the X or Twitter, is that I have no idea, right, as to how long more we can actually get the best out of Mohamed Salah. He's already 33, coming 34. If he can sustain it for another 2 more years, that will be a blessing if you ask me, because we have been like without a proper right wing substitute for years. Okay, I know Jota has played there, I know Diaz has played there, but they have all been left wingers. Okay, although Jota could back in his time, I mean, he could play both left and right wingers. Okay, so but up to now we still have yet to have like a proper right winger. And of course a left winger will also be another point of contention, because we only really do need like one more to fulfill the position, because we cannot really expect Rio Moha to actually step up and give it that kind of pressure, right? So I would say, right, Gakpo, yes, he can start there. Okay, Hugo Ekitike can also play there, but when we're talking about left wingers, like really dedicated left wingers, we really do need someone that can actually like fill in if really kind of needed. Like, let's just say either Rodrigo or Malick Fofana. Okay, so yeah, that's the reason why the rationale behind it is definitely having an extra bit of hands will also help. Yeah, okay, but also in other news, we cannot neglect the fact that we also do need another centre back. Having lost Kwanzaa and having Gomez down to injury again, so we really should actually reinforce in this particular area. Yeah, I did talk about it like yesterday. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much all the news I have for you. It's pretty much regarding Isak, Tyler Morton, as well as Sesko. Okay, so yeah, I think we are definitely moving. We are definitely moving on with all these deals, so at least the shuffle can actually now continue between Sesko, Isak, and maybe Morton. Yeah, stuff. Okay, start to follow. So yeah, that's all I have for you for the time being. So maybe I'll come back tomorrow for another bit of daily news. So if you're new around here, please do like the video. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so if you haven't done so already. And I'll hopefully can give you another news tomorrow. I'll see you later on.